Welcome to Running on Reddit. r/just no mother-in-law, where mother-in-laws are a piece of work and just plain old nasty. Well, after almost 20 years of marriage, I'm just done. My in-laws have treated me badly since the beginning, and for a while I had the optimism of someone newly in love. I thought we could overcome that. Because true love conquers all. Except, it doesn't. And after years and years of bad treatment, and watching my husband refuse to address it because, if we just ignore it, it'll eventually go away, I finally realized that I've fallen out of love with him. I can't be in romantic love with someone who is content to stand by and watch while I'm an open target for his family. It's not fair to me to have to put up with this treatment. It's not fair to him to have me force him to go no contact with his family against his wishes. I'm really sad. I never thought this day would come, but when I told him I wanted a divorce, and that his failure to protect me from his family was a large part of it, he understandably cried, and then still did nothing. No attempt to lay down the law with his family in one last-ditch effort to save things between us. I'm so sad, but that helped underscore that I made the right decision. It's a shame the husband couldn't stand up for himself and his wife. Sometimes, we think the people who would hurt us most would be strangers, but for some, it's those who are near to us who do the most harm. Story time about mother-in-law. Earlier this week my phone is blowing up at work. I take it as an emergency call. My policy is 2+ calls equals emergency or mother-in-law drama. Me, hello. Everything okay? Mother-in-law, hi. Yes, of course. We need to talk about your anniversary. Me, mother-in-law, I'm at work. I can't talk. Mother-in-law, I know you are. Just come over tonight. We are celebrating your anniversary. Me, what? No, I'll call you later. Our anniversary wasn't until today, October 12th. This phone call was Tuesday. Mother-in-law, just come over after work, so we can celebrate it. Click. Now, you might think this is cute, or sweet, or a surprise party, or a nice dinner. No. Something is going on. Mother-in-law doesn't like me. I still her baby boy, etc. Something is up. So I call father-in-law on break. Me, what is mother-in-law talking about? Father-in-law, who knows his wife is nuts, and who I have great relationship with. Mother-in-law says you are coming over for your anniversary. Me, you guys know my husband isn't home for the next 2 days, right? Father-in-law, oh for crying out loud. I'll talk to her. Cue the phone call. Mother-in-law, I said you're coming over tonight. Why are you making this difficult? Me, husband isn't home for the next few days. So, it would just be me. Mother-in-law, that's fine. We can have your anniversary dinner anyway. Me, no, that's silly. Mother-in-law proceeded to get angry that I was refusing this idea, that I was lying about her son being away on business, that I was being selfish. After a few moments, she hung up in a fit. Well, today I found out why. Yay. Answers. It's because my anniversary was too close to Thanksgiving, which was her Canadian holiday, and she warned me today to make absolutely no mention of it this weekend at all. Mother-in-law doesn't want me to distract people from the true meaning of this weekend, which is that she is a fabulous host, cooks a perfect turkey, and doesn't want me distracting people with my cries for attention by having an anniversary. Basically, I wasn't allowed to steal her thunder. So why was she trying to get us to go over for dinner, you may be wondering. Father-in-law filled me in on that logic. She wanted us to move our anniversary date so that we could celebrate it early to get it out of the way, and that by refusing to come over, I was trying to ruin Thanksgiving. Thus, confirming I'm the difficult one. Ah yes, I'm being so difficult with wanting to spend my wedding anniversary with the actual person I married. How selfish I am. Today we did all sorts of fun things. It was great. We posted it all over our social media, as any young couple does. I got a phone call halfway through the day today from mother-in-law, telling us very sternly to mind our manners tomorrow and not talk about anything unrelated to Thanksgiving. I proceeded to put her on speakerphone and asked her if she would like to explain to her son why we weren't allowed to talk about our anniversary. Mother-in-law quickly hung up after shouting for me to not cause drama. Fortunately, father-in-law has plans to save me from mother-in-law's wrath tomorrow. We will see how that goes when my own mother comes over and wants to see photos of what we got up to. Honestly, the mother-in-law's approach to the anniversary invitation is rather creepy. It's almost as if she has laid a trap in hopes her prey gets caught. So, my husband and I announced our pregnancy to his parents on February 1st. We presented it using baby items mixed into regular birthday items for his dad's birthday. His dad was genuinely happy, but his mom gave me a genuine stink eye. I mean, this woman glared at me. Keep in mind, husband and I have been together 6 years and I haven't had too much of an issue with mother-in-law, so this was unexpected. After announcing to mother-in-law and father-in-law, she took it upon herself to make an announcement on Facebook. I told husband to call her immediately and tell her to take it down. She did, but not without having some form of opinion on how she did nothing wrong. I'm now 17 weeks and have just started showing around 14 weeks. Before showing, she would make a point to always touch my stomach and talk in baby talk. She is literally the only person to touch my stomach. Nobody in my family has done so. I'm not fond of people touching me, and she knew I was uncomfortable with it. She continued to do this until having to be told by husband that I don't care for it. After he told her, I went to her house, where she said, I know he said you don't like people touching your stomach, but I have to give my grandbaby some love, and proceeded to touch my stomach and talk in baby talk. It absolutely pissed me off that even though she knew how I felt, she disregarded my feelings to do what she wanted to do. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, husband was not allowed to go into room with me during ultrasound that revealed the baby's gender. Because of this, we decided to have a reveal to ourselves and share it on Facebook Live. The idea would be that we would be surprised along with everyone else. Husband's cousin set up reveal for us. Mother-in-law was not happy with this at all. She kept insisting that we tell her first before revealing to everyone else. She knew we didn't want to know beforehand. Husband had to finally tell her that this is what we were doing, and she had no say in it. We knew that we couldn't trust her to set up the reveal, and she is petty enough to have ruined the surprise for us. So we invited her to our reveal instead of having her watch it on Facebook. We had our ultrasound today and afterwards stopped by her house on the way to cousin's house, so husband could go to the bathroom. He's bathroom shy. While there, she came up to the car to talk to me and started in on our reveal. She told me it was bullcrap and started raising her voice about that's not how it was done back then. I informed her that there is a pandemic going on and we are not allowed to have large gatherings, that if this wasn't happening, things would be different. So of course, she's still mad, but shuts her mouth and agrees to come to our house at 6 for the reveal. Fast forward to reveal and it's me, husband, stepson, mother-in-law, father-in-law, my sister and her mother. We gather outside and stay apart from each other. Our reveal was smoke bombs. Only thing available as our original reveal was not able to be completed in time. Husband and I are on Facebook Live and recording and we light the smoke bombs. As soon as the blue comes out, she starts yelling no and crying. I'm trying my best to ignore her, but can see my sister's mom giving me a look of what the hell. Luckily the Facebook Live messed up and the video didn't record, so my family and friends didn't have to witness our uncalled for meltdown. We were recorded to share with them, and of course all of them are happy and supportive. Mother-in-law and father-in-law leave and a few minutes later, husband's cousin is calling me and telling me that mother-in-law had called her and was crying and saying that she wanted a girl and our smoke bombs were wrong. It truly makes me feel like crap. This is my first and only pregnancy. Husband and I are raising his son from teenage pregnancy and don't want to go over 2 children, and she's really putting a huge damper on it. I have had so much love and support from everyone else in my life, and then to have to sour it is insulting. She's shown me how selfish she really is. I've heard stories, but now I've seen the real person she is. Husband is tired of me saying anything about it because mother-in-law watches stepson. Husband and I are both essential employees, and he doesn't want me to piss her off to where she won't watch him while we work. So now I feel like I have to accept her feelings about my pregnancy and deal with it, which is unfair. Disclaimer, she should know it's her son who determined the sex of the baby and be upset with him. I'm tired of her sour butt looks and attitude directed towards me. Yikes. From what was described, that mother-in-law has attention-seeking issues. Sometimes those gender reveal activities tend to go wrong or haywire, but this one was almost ruined because of an impulsive baby-hungry relative. If you like the content and want to support the channel, like and subscribe right now, or you'll be running on fumes. A while ago we lent mother-in-law $50 because she was short of money and she had to fix her broken fridge. It might seem not that big of a number, but to my family, that is quite a big sum. We are not rich. We made it clear that we are lending her this money, not gifting it. Any normal person would understand we are expecting it back. Mother-in-law did not. Eventually, everything fell into place for mother-in-law. She found a new job, started working and was bragging to us about how lucky she was to find it and how big the salary there was. We thought, great, so she'll be able to return us the money we gave her. A few months went by and mother-in-law didn't mention a word about the debt, as if that hadn't happened at all. We thought, well, maybe she actually forgot about it, even though I find it highly unlikely. At least I personally could never forget about debt, no matter if it's $50 or 5 cents. So, my husband mentioned it to her. He was like, hey, do you remember the $50 we lent you? Like, you're working now, we just thought you maybe forgot it. She gave him an incredulous look and went, so, are you expecting money from your mother? Who does that? He said, well, we lent it to you. Lending means you expect the thing you lent to be returned. Mother-in-law was like, not from your mother. It's really low to do that. I never thought I should explain such things to you. She knows very well that we are not rich. We don't have spare money just lying around waiting to be gifted. Out of the kindness of our heart, we helped her when she was going through a tough time, and now she's acting as if we are trying to pull her own money out of her wallet. If you borrowed something, you must return it, no matter if you're relative or not. Later, we decided to let it go. We cannot prove we gave her any money in the first place, as we gave to her in cash, not put it on her bank account. We told her, fine, mother-in-law, keep those $50. Choke on them if you want. We won't be asking anymore, but remember this, you'll never get anything from us ever again. Next time your fridge or stove or whatever breaks, don't dare to ask help from us. You won't get a single cent. She was like, as if I need anything from you. The attitude. The damn attitude. Borrowing or lending is one sure way to test the strength of a relationship. Obviously, this mother-in-law lacks integrity and accountability. Let me know in the comments below if you borrowed or lent something. What happened? Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on the bell or you'll be running on fumes. See you in the next video.